All right, welcome everyone. Um, Today's stream, I'm gonna go over the new starting ground from where I'm hoping to, you know, evolve this deck. And shout out to Upa for some of his recommendations. So the big thing I realized lately is Force of Vigor just wasn't cutting it anymore in the one matchup I care most about, namely Keyring. So this was an observation I made a while ago, but I just didn't want to lose Force of Vigor for some other matchups. But here now, you're talking about a deck that I expect to do quite well and be popular at Eternal Weekend because, you know, for anybody who missed Glimpse of Nature, it kind of has that feel where, and especially if you're playing like Paradox Engine, where the deck is kind of on autopilot anyways. Um, I think there's gonna be a lot of people who can do well with this deck. Uh, and Force of Vigor just doesn't shut off, unfortunately, their mana base, which can't even hit anything besides Saga. So it's pretty frustrating. Not, I wouldn't say development because it's been around for over a year now, but angle of this deck that wasn't the case pre Modern Horizons 3. Um, but because of that, I just decided why don't we just drop Force of Vigor completely? Like, if it's not cutting its weight, like we should just probably just cut the card. To be honest, the problem with that is there's some ramifications to some other matchups. Excuse me. And Uba was the one that mentioned that. And shout out to them. They were the only Cradle deck to top 32 in today's showcase. I have a video I just released discussing the deck list of from today. I didn't play like I mentioned in the video, but probably worth checking out. I had some other personal obligations I had to take care of. I saw that blue black reanimator was well represented. So one reason I would say to register Cradle for Eternal Weekend if you're on the fence. I think it's probably too short notice for North America. If you like a challenge, you're more than welcome to pick up the deck. I don't know if that's probably the best decision for somebody who's coming in without any reps. Now, if you play the deck before, like for example, Upa who didn't touch the deck in a month and a half and just still top 32 today, maybe it's fine. But I think going cold is probably not recommended. So, but for those in Europe, probably have enough time to pick up the deck. So the changes that we made were we are essentially increasing the speed of the deck. I think the format is just very fast right now. He mentioned not missing the fourth reclaimer today. In my limited testing with Spirit Guide last night, I liked the two copies in the main. I tried a third in the sideboard, did not like that because I think I want our sideboard cards to be a on disruption. I'm playing two Godok Teague because I just think collective is too easily handled now by Cola's command, and I think I can live with the corner cases where Oof is better. Um, Also, Pithing Needle, like three copies, kind of does the same thing, answers anything that gets underneath Teague. Without further ado, I don't want to spend too much time. He mentioned he only went 3-2 against Reanimator. Ideally, if he's playing 5 matches, he can win at least 4 of them. Hey, Job, how's it going? Congrats on your top 8 today. With Glimpse of Nature. Slight nod to that earlier. Mentioning, although in the different context, I just mentioned for anybody who enjoys Glimpse of Nature, the deck that they may enjoy is probably Keyring. Because especially if they're running versions with Paradox Engine, which I think is usually like a sideboard card, or not sideboard, a Karn Witch target. It has like similar play styles. It has. Mute that. I somehow beat Forge in qualifier. Yeah, I would imagine that's a tough matchup for what it's worth. I haven't streamed in almost 2 weeks. Been busy with other stuff going on in my life right now. But I did want to release a video for anybody looking to tune up their game prior to Eternal Weekend North America. I don't expect like many players on this deck for what it's worth. for North America. I think Europe may have a little bit more because hey Francisco. Speaking of which, Francisco's probably the only person I know that's playing this deck. Stuff from the main felt. I don't know. The sample size is only one. I only played it. I played it one league last night, and that was more or less it. I think we keep. We don't have Black Source, but we can potentially turn to a natural order. Not that this deck is trying to do that like consistently or anything, but the other thing about Reclaimer I realize is like a lot of people just let it live now because they just think it's too slow. Uh, Um, is there a reason to Reclaimer here? Probably not. Thank you. Why are we playing an off meta deck? Bug of all things. I guess they're 1 and 2. So it's maybe it's nothing to gain from this matchup. Decay. Mm. We're severely punished here if nice. If they have well, not severely. I guess we just get a reclaim just a reclaimer. I think they're probably just dead. I don't see how they're beating this. I think they're on some kind of fair deck. You just cannot beat this fair. If I were to guess, the game is already over. Like, what's the best they can do here is like a Murktide region. I don't even think that wins. This is like a very, very messed up card in fair matchups. Especially when you get the pseudo combo, right? You have the safekeeper to protect. You just like do anything. I have lost with active white, but it is usually to my own misplay. Or let me rephrase it. There's you can get comboed out too. There's that angle, like obviously something like a storm deck. They can just ignore it, right? Assuming they don't go for like guys bow randomly. Okay. If it wasn't over, now it's really, really over. What do we even care about here? Just, I guess endure. Do we can't even cast Teague, so it's got to be endurance, I guess. And then probably another Cradle. I'm trying to think what out my opponent even has. What do I lose here? Like I said, I think the only way I'm losing here is like a random, I don't know, storm deck that's like playing decay main for some reason. Maybe they're like Aluren. Who knows? They haven't put anything on the board yet. Okay, maybe they are on Aluren. I don't know. I hope not. Like again, random, irrelevant matchup that you are not going to face in competitive settings. That's probably the what this deck is like most weak to, like the random brews that people play. Sure. I mean, even Earl doesn't beat this board state, in my opinion, at this juncture. I think I just like phase this out right now, right? That's probably just game. I like layer and then phase it out, deal a lot of damage. Again, win or lose, I don't think we gain anything from this like match. I think they're on like a bug mid range, like dirtily deck. I want the Teague here. Didn't seem like they were playing days. I think we just want more threats. Do we care about? I think. Hey, Everett, how's it going? Thank you for the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For everyone tuning in from Everen's channel, I just started here. This is the first match, but I was just mentioning that the showcase was earlier today, and the highest performing Cradle list was courtesy of Upa. I did not get to play because I had prior engagements. That, long story short, I had to attend a friend's kid's birthday party. Um, but hopefully, I did. But that was a previous season, unfortunately. Maybe I'm just washed now, right? Did you end up playing Everett or no? This is fine. I don't think I want to rest here. The day tournaments are super hard for me. Yeah, I can imagine. Like as we're getting older, like time just goes a wasting. I think this is like almost like a mole already. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I feel you. I feel you. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the one Everett is referencing that I went into undefeated in was in March. So that was like season one, the second showcase. It's kind of nice because that meant I didn't have to like worry about playing the third one. But that was also a while ago, and a lot has changed in this deck since then. I think here I almost want to like double spell turn two, put this away. In general, this deck is like a not moonstomp, a stompy deck in disguise. You typically want to type out every turn. Like it's like a cardinal sin to waste mana in this deck. I think here we're just gonna play around the wasteland, and we're gonna assume that they have removal. If they don't have removal, we'll just cast the windswept. Sorry, the Wily Reliquary off the Windswept Heath. Hope you had a good stream, by the way. Appreciate the raid. I would say the big change since the March showcase is moving away from Scythe Cat Cub, or maybe I'm just butchering it there, but because it's just not a good standalone threat. I think this deck is like a mixture of, I would say, like a stompy deck with some like Delver elements. Namely, you want to I think you want to what is it called? Tempo people out. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. And cat is like not a good like threat by itself. Like sometimes it's okay if you have like fetch lands, but that usually means you're probably flooding anyways. So I guess it's good insurance for that, but usually want like Reclaimer White to really turn on cat. And when you have a white, you're probably winning regardless. Disruptor flute. Okay. This is why I think this card is not very good, personally. Like, I get why decks play it, like namely ones without blue and black. But I think if you're playing blue and black, you should not be playing this card, personally. Um, I think we want Reclaimer. Am I playing around like Blood Moon or anything like that? Maybe I should play it safe. No, one is probably fine. I think the scariest card out of this deck is probably like Pernicious Deed or something like that. Now that I spoke it, it's gonna happen, right? Deluge is pretty scary too, but nobody's playing Deluge right now. The thing about Deluge is like energy would have to go up a lot in popularity because Deluge really only hit one deck. That's the conundrum slash the art of like building your 75, right? You want your deck to be good against the field, not just against one deck. It's definitely an art, I would say, because you're kind of threading the needle. It does, but nobody plays this deck. Let's be real. You're not wrong, but nobody plays this deck. I'm willing to bet Upa might have been the only Cradle player out of the 217 or whatever it is players in today's showcase. Like I think there is a good chance that's the case. So Strix is definitely quite annoying. Let's see what's up first. Let's catch their deluge, right? I guess I just take the Strix. I don't want to deal with another one. When I got paired into Runcore, I thought I was about to play a Cradle, different Cradle deck though. Oh, I didn't know you guys paired into each other. That's pretty funny. Oh, nice. I saw you finish top 32, by the way. So congrats on that. Um, we can trade. I want to start pressuring their life total. They only have Uro, so it's like almost a dud. I'm pretty sure I left Bog in. Don't tell me I like blundered this. Yes, I did leave Bog in. So let's play this second Reclaimer and pass. Yeah, he's been doing a lot better with Cradle Nadu, which is, I think that deck is in general probably a little easier to play. So like, if you don't have the reps, or the time, I would probably recommend it over this deck for a bigger tournament because this deck is very difficult to play because it's almost like Delver in a way. Where you're really punished for mistakes. Yeah, that's the thing, right? It simplifies the game plan because you're really just trying to do one thing. Thank you for the sub, Gherkin JV. Appreciate it. I think here I'm just. Do I even like shields down here? I feel like there's no need. Well, yeah, if they have removal, yeah, I don't think there's a reason to. I'm gonna be irritated if they have a whatever here. Like basics in the Ice Fang. I don't know why they're playing Ice Fang. Like in I guess Bowmaster economy is down, right? Like that would be the reason. It's kind of annoying though, for sure. Oh, I guess they do have it. Played around at least. Mm, I think I'm gonna waste their mana and do it on upkeep. Bog right now. Thank you for the sub, like I said, Gherkin JV. Just want them to tap out. Maybe they do. I don't know. Let me see. How does this work? If I phase out the Ice Fang, then they return themselves. There's like waste mana. Maybe that's worth it. This thing is a pain for sure. I guess we can hardcast the tracks if we do it this way. Yeah, I don't want them to do it now. Just waste their mana. Like pseudo time walk on my opponent here. Okay, we're just going to bash, I think, with everyone. Yeah, that was kind of a time walk, right? We just dealt an extra 11. Sure. I guess I could have taken them too, but if I just like killed the hierarch there and got the lair now, I guess I didn't want to reveal that. I guess it's relevant too, right? Because every time they do this, it's at one extra line. They are on Aluren. Like I I guess I called it. Oh, did I? How funny. I didn't I don't have time for like podcasts in general, so um I guess it doesn't surprise me, but appreciate it from thank you for the heads up. Otherwise I wouldn't know about that. You don't want to know the pain I felt right now. What's it called? Going down to only 3 copies. I guess 5 should be enough, right? Like there should be no like instant speed life gain. I would assume. That's fine. Just randomly leave this up. I guess it could be an endurance. Right? Again, we won, but I don't think this match tells us anything really. Not a major player in the competitive tables. Yeah, hopefully. Good luck to you. Like I said, I the only person I knew that was playing this deck at Eternal Weekend was Francisco. I don't think any other player is playing this for North America. So ASMOS changes since last week, pretty big ones actually. But the thing is, they're kind of in testing. Like I've been hell bent on like solving the. I know where Mario's out here somewhere, but the keyring matchup, and I think the answer is probably just like 2 Godog Teagues. Just like make sure they don't get to play Magic. Like Collective just is embarrassing when they have Kolo's command, and it pains me a lot to not be able to register Collective, but I think that card is a liability right now. We're playing against Mitchell again. I guess he's been playing a lot lately because we paired against him last night too. Uh, I think you should concede if you get paired. What do I do here? I guess it's like playable. It's not great. I guess I can lead with like Godok Teague, and then they'll kill it presumably, and then we can like force reclaim Wire the Reliquary through. Maybe that's the plan here. Speaking of decks that aren't popular, here's another one. Do I want a Spear Guy here or Safekeeper? Maybe Safekeeper. Sucks that we missed on the Once Upon a Time though. Does it's rare, but it happens. We could have taken, I guess, the. I think we're gonna lose this game now. That's fair. I think we're probably just dead. We kept a shaky hand, and I think we're probably just dead. Like I said, it sucks that we missed on the Once Upon a Time, but it can happen. Sure. There's a second land drop. I think Teague is off the limits right now. I think we have to play offense. We're behind, and we have a real clock to deal with. Ugh. Yeah, this game was doomed from the start. I probably should have mulled. What was the opening hand? Teague two. Yeah, this one's on me. I'm not sure we would have beaten this hand anyways for what it's worth, but this loss is on me. We go to 3. Yep, that's not good for us. I guess that's just game, right? Like I don't think we can beat this. Yeah, I don't think there's an out. But my fault for keeping that hand. Do I want duress? I feel like I do. This kind of matchup. I don't think I want needle. How's the bear been in testing? The funny thing is, like, ever since I started playing the bear, I have not paired into depth. I think one time I don't want, like, but not because of it, because of other circumstances. I guess that's just how it goes, right? Like, yeah, I think snuff out. Well, do I want snuff out or needle? It's close either way. I don't think Teague is like worth it in this matchup. Maybe one needle to diversify. Let's try it. We'll see. I don't love Bog too for what it's worth in this matchup. Like you don't have the opportunity to like bog them at a time, and you have active white probably winning. Like I said, like I don't worry about the reclaimer aspect. Ironically enough, I think this is a keep. It has a very defined game plan. Namely, I'm going to duress you into white. They plow here, then that like changes things a little bit. I think we just slam white, right? Because the mana base is a mess right now, though. Hmm. Back to basics. Okay. I guess we just take the Cauldra. That's fine. Stick the white. They want to back to basics because they can. We're gonna hedge and they're gonna draw it. Oops. I clicked on it by accident. There should be finding land here. Although, well, maybe not. Guess it depends. We're like a little bit punished for our key, but that's fine. They presumably get the thing here. Yeah, the batter skull. They might double block. In this case, we're gonna like Talon Gates them. Flooding out a little bit though. Flooding out a little bit. Okay, I guess we'll pass. Do we pass here? Probably not. Sure. Mm, sure. I think just pass here. It's fine. Bash with all. I think maybe I screwed that up. I could have got my opponent down to 3. Then I guess I'll just pass here. I'm butchering this for sure. I only have 1 arbor, so I couldn't have done that. What am I looking for here? Probably just this. Just grow everybody. Pass, I think. Reclaimer's never gonna be able to attack through the germ token. So I gotta like plan differently. Sure. Did they leave it on top? I think they did. Hmm. I wish I had drawn a creature there, but neither here nor there. Actually, yeah, I better get the Jace off the board. I think he's gonna hopefully Jace down here, unless they stack their whole board. All right, Jace down. Ooh. Nope, that's not happening. This card is absurd against these kind of decks. All right. I think here we just go straight face. Mm, okay. I think we're might pull this game out. We we got rid of the batter skull, and we like don't care anymore about the batter skull. They're just gonna keep going clocking face here. Mm, do they force this maybe? All right, game three. Let's try not to f things up. I'm surprised we won that game, to be honest. Felt like we were behind, but again, this is uh, what's it called? Sylvan Save is just a pain in the you know what for our opponent. Pity Needle like feels kind of like iffy. I kind of wonder we just want another threat, and that's it. Like, I think the only card we really care about, and just like hope we don't just draw all blanks, is Stoneforge Mystic. But between 6 discard spells, maybe we just like pull their. Yeah, I think I don't. I think we just want pressure. Like, I think we want to just do that. This hand is susceptible to back to basics, of course. We probably like won in game one. We kept it pretty you know what hand Cheek's hand game one against our opponent here, and then got game two. We'll see about this. Again, we're like kind of susceptible to back to basics, and our opponent tends to want to do that. Our hand, I don't think, can play around back to basics, unfortunately. We have a turn to natural order, but that's like super greedy. I think the line here is like Water the Reliquary into Sylvan Safekeeper, and they just like if that happens, I don't think they win. Game. Even if it's back to basics, I don't think it matters. Yeah, I expected this for what it's worth. I don't think it matters. We'll do that. Pass. I don't think it actually matters. Sure. Probably Cauldra, yeah. That would make sense. We'll fetch our basics now. I think we get the Kenai here. There's an argument to be made. We like pitch the endurance and then like pitch the white for it. I guess we just attack. I mean, pop this here. Maybe they force. I don't know. Oh, I sequenced that poorly, but that's okay. They could have a Snapcaster Mage here, but if they do, then it's shields down, right? Maybe that's okay. I'm getting punished for not playing the Snuff out, but it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? What was sequenced poorly? I should have had the other trigger resolved before the evoke. That was a mistake. So in case they wanted a bog, but I don't think it actually matters here. If they want to like Snapcaster brainstorm, like we're probably okay with that to be honest. Because then that means their shield's down and we just like bash for a bunch next turn. We're never gonna cast the natural order. I think here. Maybe we just pass. Maybe we actually maybe we should not have even that was a mistake, I think, in hindsight. We should not have even nuked their graveyard. Yeah, I think I regret that now because I can't turn on my Kenai to a 7/7 because of that. And it wouldn't matter here because if I like pump my Kenai, that's 11, 12 damage. Well, 11 damage, right? And then I just like phase out their germ token. Yo, yeah, I just made a game losing mistake. Or that's on me. Yeah, I just made a game losing mistake. Yeah, like I said, if I don't hit their graveyard there, and if I thought about it, I can nuke their yard. Maybe I can still do it now. Hmm. They could have white open for batter skull or something like that. I can also, in theory, just put this stuff back, but maybe not. Maybe, I don't think I want to do that. I'm very mad at myself. I threw away the game right there. If I don't endurance them, like I said, and I'm glad. I guess I'm glad I'm making the mistake here. So whoever is playing at Eternal Way can just cannot make this mistake. But I have lethal there, right? I eat my Arbor, I eat the instant, I eat the sorcery, and then I'm attacking now. I I attack with all. They presumably put in the Cauldra, and then I deal exactly 11 damage. Now they could have a blocker like Snapcaster, but that aside, right? Ugh, bad misplay by me. That's actually happened in other matchups before, where I like cut myself off, like delirium, so to speak, for Kenai, and but never in this matchup. It hasn't happened until now. So yeah, I need to keep that in mind. If I'm gonna grow Kenai, I cannot do that. Ooh, that's kind of annoying too. Mm, I think I lost the game already because of that. Just down is like very good against us. Yeah, I don't think I can win from this board state, given that they have back to basics, and given that we missed our window earlier. Like we can't cast natural order either because of the way we played. We were very all in on the plan, and then uh now we well I guess we can cast natural order if we draw a cradle, but I'm not counting on that. I think like we've already lost. Oops. Oh, I'm just like okay. I missed not that it matters, but I was supposed to eat my opponent's graveyard there too. What endurance did we board in? Yeah, sure. We lost this game because we didn't keep in the snuff out, which I know endurance is always live, but not really. I think we win this game if there's no cauldron on the other side. We do have a line to natural order now, which is the nice thing. But I think we're just too far behind. I think, like I said, we missed our window of opportunity. That's kind of interesting. That is a little bit interesting. I need to play better. Like I've been pretty sloppy lately. Maybe because I know like I don't have any big tournaments coming up. I'm developing bad habits. Presumably they have force too, like in their hand. I'm like very tempted to just concede here. Again, I like the sequencing is wrong there. Well, I guess it depends if I want the endurance in the yard or not. There is one thing I realized I can do before. You got Safekeeper pitch the Bayou, and then everything is like on. But like I said, this one's on me. I had the game one, and I just like f that up. I think it's game regardless. They have like a zillion cards. The problem is I can't technically concede. Okay, if they're doing that, it's probably over. They probably have force up, but like I said, it sucks that I can't technically concede. I'll just concede in the interest of time. I don't want to put everybody through this. This is miserable. Yeah, well, we lost that one. An asterisk, like, we should win if we don't royally screw that up. Do you think this will be the finalist for Eternal Weekend NA? Are you playing? I think it's probably gonna be close to it. I don't know. I'm there's like a bunch of things in flux. The sideboard mostly. Okay, so that makes two people now, three people now that are going. I would guess, yeah. Like my whole, I'm gonna, I'm gonna take down Keyring, and if I have to destroy myself in the process, so be it. Like with this sideboard, and it kind of worked out, I think, for Upa. They beat two planar Nexus decks in the showcase today. Like I'm hell bent on beating that deck because I think that's the only deck that scares me. I don't think I'm gonna lose it. Let me rephrase that. I'm not even going to Eternal Weekend, but if I were, Reanimator doesn't really scare me. Some of the other decks that I would technically be scared of don't are not high in volume. The one that's high in volume that I'm scared of is Keyring. So if the idea is you beat Keyring, you should be able to top 8. Yeah, like usually if they don't turn to you, it's hard to lose. I've even consulted Romario, who is the go-to for me in terms of the keyring matchup. But like, it's like awkward to ask, right? Like, what is the card that beats you the most? Shout out to Romario though for being a pal. I think so too, which is why I'm on two. So I think I've arrived at that solution. Despite Romario dodging my questions, I'm happy. I'm joking. He's answered all my questions when I asked. But he's mentioned Wasteland before. The problem with this deck is we don't really want to play Wasteland, and that is the awkwardness of this deck in terms of beating Keyring because I do not really want to register Wasteland. I found it very underwhelming. Like I don't want to play Wasteland over Cradle. I think Cradle's a better card in this deck, and they kind of compete with each other because if you play more lands, you're just gonna flood, which this deck already does for what it's worth. You will flood even more. The thing is, I don't even bring the stuff out in that matchup anymore. I just think if you teague them, the flesh record doesn't matter. Well, deck plays stock up, and it's gotta be ancient tomb deck. It's probably dreadnought to be honest. Like the decks that play stock pretty much always have tomb, and what tomb deck plays meticulous archive? Probably just uh, dreadnought. Wow, their brainstorm whiffed. Do you? Okay, 1 second. Do you think there will be a finalized sideboard map? What do you mean by that? Ugh, I probably should have not run that in today's. Oh, for sure. I would definitely post one more before Eternal Weekend, so you don't have to worry about that. Ugh, I cannot believe that is what's going on here. Okay, the most awkward of draws. I think I take the land. This is like super awkward. Man, we've already used two forces. This Teague is just prime, just dead. I guess I just bash for one here. I'm gonna try to resolve natural order. Like I don't think mind twisting myself is gonna do anything. What's your opinion on the Lord of the Ring elf Upa had in his necklace today? Good question. I don't think it's very good. Oh my god, my draws have been just horrendous. Upa said for what it's worth, they are planning to cut the card. Like so, you take that for whatever you want. They did. They are cutting the card themselves. What in the world are my draws right here? I guess this card is fine. It's just we drew like three clunkers right in a row. Presumably, a dreadnought comes down now. Or not. I guess they don't have it. Like, well, they will soon. I guess. So they have a dreadnought now. That's annoying. Our draws have just been junk. The good thing is they're down two swords, two plows. Like, what more could they possibly have? Oh, the second one is brutal though. The second one is brutal. What am I pitching here? The Reclaimer or something else? Prob- Probably the Reclaimer. Oh, sorry, probably the Ignoble. Yeah, I guess I have to do that and trade. That's very awkward. We gotta hope they don't have enough swords. It's just very awkward if that happens. And I think in hindsight, I'm supposed to. Are you okay? One second. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna check on something. I think if I trade here, I'm not gonna be able to race this by itself. Oh my god! All right, main deck. That's a thing. Hmm. Or virtual 7. This becomes a 3/4. Nine, 12. Sucks that we're playing as that main deck, but you know, it is what it is. I don't know about this main deck. Like, I feel like we're probably gonna lose to Keyring game one anyways. But I last night in my testing, I did win an otherwise unwinnable game one because of Teak. So take that for what you will. Our draws were just like horrendous this game though. We had like back to back to back clunkers, and as a result, we're just gonna lose now because of that. I don't think we're beating this. I don't see the out is the problem. After the Clarion hit the board. Kudo is actually pretty sweet in this matchup though. It can shrink their cards. Not for this matchup. It's for Merit Lage decks really, but kind of a nice ancillary card. Oops. I don't think I want Seize in this match. Well, maybe I do, right? Like just to break up their combo. But then they have like Ancient Tomb and Saga, so maybe not. My mapping doesn't account for Spirit Guide too, which curious if I how do I want to do that. Kina, although to be fair, maybe doesn't grow that big, but actually in the face of a Clarion, I probably still want it. And then maybe just two Seizes. Yeah, that seems reasonable enough. Keep the fast mana in. This is a snap keep. That's two awkward draws, but two premium cards. I can't believe I lost that game one. But I guess they just like forced. Yeah. Do you know if Kudo makes a Bargo if it does? Good question. It does. Another Goif too. Maybe they just like plow this. Cut my mana. Just pass. Thinking about it again, I think I would not play Spirit Guide. I think I should board in all four Thoughtseize. Just like rip apart their hand. That's what I was afraid of. Had a feeling that was next. I'm probably in trouble now. I just wonder ultimately long term is Spirit Guide worth it? Or should I just have enough density of like relevant bombs? Maybe the latter is better. It plays into hate more though, which is the downside. I could get Kudo there, but I don't think it makes any sense to. I'm a I think you want to play offense first, and then worry about defense later, especially with two snuff outs in hand. The Water of the Reliquary should draw out removal at minimum. Sure. think I get the lair here and just like maximize damage. Depends if they tap their saga or not. I guess that like that will dictate what I do. Stock up again, sure. That's kind of good because now they can't block with saga. And I'm gonna get in a lot of damage right now. I guess they could just draw swords too because the talent gets this awkwardly in my hand. It yes and no. The reason I'll tell you why. It's because their mapping is off for Reanimator now. They want a swords, they can swords. They're just gonna bash for a bunch here. They want a swords. We're still hitting for minimum 6. Yeah, but the Haymaker would have to map against Reanimator. Because I don't really like keeping Snuff out into that matchup. It's like a little awkward. I'm gonna keep this as a combat trick, so to speak. You might just have to force this, yeah. Sure. This is one of the matchups where Force of Vigor would be kind of nice, but it is what it is. Sure. Like I said, we held the Talon Gates as a trick. Again, Force of Vigor doesn't map to Reanimator, so whatever replaces the ESGs need to remap against that deck. I mean, you could shift things around, obviously, but like that's why I said yes and no. It does open up slots, but your mapping would be off. Yeah. Question is like, do I snuff out here? I feel like we don't need to yet. Oops, cancel. Maybe they consign that. I don't know. Yeah, cool. I don't want the spirit guides. It feels like we just like disarmed them in combo. Curator, maybe it's fine. This is the auto mole. I mean, to be fair, Snowball's the best card in the matchup. To be fair, I almost feel like we seize on one because they go Clarion too. That's like kind of bad for us. The other reason why is because we can't seize and white on 1 and 2 anyways. So I think this is the line. Oh my god, their hand is atrocious. Take the only card that matters. I think it's game. They have to get real lucky now. Jeez, I cannot believe they kept that card, that hand. This is why I like playing Thoughtseize, by the way. You just like see how bad some of these keeps are from your opponent. Scalding Tarn. I think we just slam white here. Hmm. If we go Green Sun into the thing, then we're like, how much mana do we have? We have 4 mana. Oops, I should not have done that. We have 4 mana. Maybe they're like casting a dress down or something. But we could, yeah. A containment priest here would be pretty annoying. Well, 4 mana, 6 mana. Yeah, why not? Which double spell? Why not? They did nothing. Interesting. The other thing is like they drew a sword. They just swords my white. It's like pretty bad for us, right? Play the Tundra. Are you gonna do nothing for a second turn in a row? I wish I had made that decision before I like. I wish I played the Cradle. That's all. It's minor, but a thing. What are the odds that they have force here? I feel like we just. Are we? I guess. Are we losing if they forced white? I guess this is a must force anyway, so maybe it's the same, right? And we just don't get blown out. Now they have force online. That's kind of annoying. Now there's really no reason to just jam the natural order. We'll try to end this game here. Oh, are they gonna force the reclaimer? That would be funny. Maybe they just want value out of the force, right? All right, they lost now. If they're doing that, it is game. Coast is clear. Snuff out. Green Sun. Land. Actually, fetch land is probably better. And then Safekeeper probably. Did we play a land yet? I think we just get the Safekeeper. Leave the Green Sun next. But yeah, that should be game. I don't see how they beat this now. Like double snuff out protection. I mean, really, they lost the game in the what's it called it, the opening hand. All right, we should be 3-0. We're 2-1 because we blundered that one game three. I'm gonna take a quick break and we'll be back. Let's see. Let's do the experiment here. If we do cut the two spirit guys and like try to shore up the reanimator matchup, like what do we theoretically play here? Maybe another Keen Eye, maybe a Fairy Macabre. I don't know. Ooh, here we go. A moment of truth. Mystic Forge. I would love to maybe play a Grist, but I don't even know if it's necessary. Like I don't know what I need at the moment. I have to think about that more. This matchup is horrendous. Game one. I have to kind of like get lucky and teak them. Otherwise, I just you can't win really. And maybe that's the argument to just like not play Teague main, play in the sideboard, have more like insulation against random things. I don't think we can just mold Teague, especially on the draw. We just have to hope they like whiff. That I guess that is the problem when game one, right? Ooh, maybe that energy. Well, I'm glad I kept it. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. They know what we're on. Presume maybe. This is why I. Well, I guess in paper is the same thing. Um, Reclaimer. I think we have to get this out. I think this is our path to victory. And hope they don't have swords. If they therapy us here, we're not gonna have anything left. Amped Raptor. Yep. Like I said, I think we need to get wide online. Ugh. Talking about ripping apart our hand. Yeah, I think we lose, right? Like they probably like take our white. We have no pressure. Maybe take our keen eye or something, and then we just lose. Okay, ESG looking good here though. So no matter what, now we have a turn two play. They can like take our keen eye, take our reclaimer. Doesn't matter. They can therapy us if they want, but we're gonna have a creature down. We have an untapped wild reliquary. The other thing that I like that Spear Guy does for us is it makes us less predictable, and we've been very predictable in the past. And I don't. That's a good thing usually, but it means people can kind of like know they're safe. Like Spear Guy changing the clock by one turn, like throws people off. Is a blowout a lot of times because they know, oh, we can't count to four, things like that. Let's do that. Do we play the Wake Cradle here? Probably. I don't see why not. We have some pressure. They want to waste us. I don't really care. We have like a million cradles. It's times like this where I wish I had the first wasteland though. So that's the thing. Feels like Bowmasters. Could be plowed too. They have it. They have it. Okay, call their bluff. They Bowmasters here. They still have chump blocks. Let's see. This is 3/4. There'll be a 3/3. I think we just bash, see what they do. Sure. I think I phase that out. So they don't have the token too. Maybe they chump block just to like save the life. There's F6. There might have been a better way to do that. Um, but most of the routes like involve just like pitching the creature or whatever. They could have like pitched the Noble Hire too, for what it's worth. Ugh, okay. I can eat the wasteland now, that's fine. I don't think I care about that, to be honest. I don't think I care about that either on this board state. In fact, the wasteland almost helps me, I think, in this case. Because it potentially makes Reclaimer a 3/4. If I draw a fetch here, which I absolutely did. Hmm. I'm running out of time. This is technically lethal on representing. So they have a block like awkwardly already. Do I care if they make two creatures here? I think I take that. Like they can have that. I think, or maybe actually, I think two of these coming out to block the whatever would be annoying. And this thing wants to be on offense anyways. I don't have another one. The worst possible right now. Just have to hope they whiff too. Okay. At least they're on chump duties. Oops, I almost screwed that up. And it mattered. How funny. Like I said, I almost screwed that up and it mattered here. Cool. This is like a harder matchup game one too. But they did not have a good hand against art. Actually, to be honest, this won the game. Like I got an active white, and that's just like a pain in the you know what for them. All right. That played out a lot better than I thought. We're gonna bring in our ace cards now. This can just get out of here. No bog. How am I boarding this matchup? If Cradle was responsible, but I wonder if that's a dig at me. Romario will have to answer that question. That's pretty funny. I think one Keen I could come out. Or they could just mean like if the person people follow me. I don't know. Yeah, I think this is fine. I don't think I like any of the other stuff. Yeah, let's try this. Two Spirit got actually randomly good in this matchup. It won game one. Let's just keep see what they do. I don't think we can just mold stuff out like that. I don't think that's like a winning strategy. Thoughtseize, probably. Oh my god. Well, I'm gonna get my hand ripped apart because of this card. Shoot. Hopefully they just miss on the first one. Yes, thank you. We're still gonna get mind twisted here, but that's what can you do, right? It's pretty annoying. Oh my god, it's the worst. That's the worst. Yep. We're just gonna lose our hand here to this Capult. I mean I get it. Like it does shore up their harder matchups, so I totally understand why they play it. I totally get it. We're just getting ransacked here, unfortunately, as a result. That is kind of interesting. Two swords. Are you kidding me? Is there more token generation? I think we just lost. I think like this, we probably just lost this game. Oh my goodness, this is pretty bad for us. I don't think we can win this game. Just based on how it's playing out, I don't think there's any out. Even natural order, I don't. Not even sure it's winning this game. Not even sure natural order is winning this game. It would have to be like natural order into Sylvan Safekeeper. I guess that's the out. They just drew the other half of the combo. Ugh, that's brutal. That is brutal. I just kept any hand for what it's worth. Maybe we'll just get game three. I don't see how that we're winning this game. Like I said, they would have to tap out their Caracas, and then we would have to like. I guess that's it pretty much. They should just be making tokens, in my opinion. It's interesting they plus there. The therapy is like brutal against us because we have a lot of four ofs. I think they're misplaying though, so maybe there's an asterisk on this game. I mean, this match does not feel like they're playing correctly. Yeah, that's something I did a long time ago when initiative was tier one. Can we get the safekeeper? Oh, okay. We're cooking a little bit. And shields are down. There's Zenith. Actually, not. We can't take one. We have to take the snuff out. Like, now. Is this how I want to do this? I think so. Oh, I screwed up. It occurred to me right now that they're gonna ultimate, and we're effed. Oh my god, why did it? I forgot the ultimate on this card. Jesus. No, I mean I don't. I'm not even sure there's an out if that was the case. Then we'd have to like grist like minus. I think now, yeah, we royally screwed that up. I guess we see if they do it first. Yeah, we effed that up. I don't think we can win now. Well, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't think we can get past the board and kill this. Maybe that's a reason for Grist. I don't know. For like weird situations like this. So they bounce it. Yeah, I think we just lost. How are we beating this? Is the question. Like good lesson learned for what it's worth. I think we just like kill that. And they still have a swords, which is the awkward part. Actually, I know what to do. We gave a higher for no reason, but that's okay. Maybe that's how we. The problem is like that keeps the white at bay. They're zeros. I'm trying to think. Maybe there's an out to this matchup. But like I said, we lost a higher for no reason. And let me think. It might actually be game losing too, because at some point we can cast Atraxa again. Never mind, it doesn't matter. They get the combo anyways. Two, three, four, five. Yeah, we would have had Atraxa in 2 turns if we didn't mess that up. They can't attack, but we can't really get through. Oh, that's kind of obnoxious. Maybe it's already over. I have to think about that. It's gonna get really out of hand soon. Actually, it's already out of hand. It might already be over. We'll look at the next draw step and we'll just concede. I'm not sure we can beat this board state. Yeah. I don't think we're beating this board state. They're gonna start flying over us, and then yeah, that's the problem with four ups, right? Like we just got our hand just like ripped apart there. Yeah, I don't see how we're winning that, and I don't want to waste too much time. This is pretty good, I guess. Problem with this is if they have a turn one therapy hand, like same issue, right? Like, do they know what to hit with the therapy off this once upon a time? I guess the reclaimer, kind of mediocre though. They want to go turn, yeah. It's kind of awkward. I'm giving them the free card if they have the therapy here, but because of the once upon, which is like really awkward. Sure. Prismatic ending, sure. If they attack, we're snap blocking. That's the more dangerous card in my opinion. This card I don't think I care as much about. I wish we weren't flooding out though. We might lose because of that. Maybe ESG means we can cut a land. Great. We could technically hard cast Atraxa here. Nope. I think we have one too many lands if we're playing at ESG. Like a Keen Eye Curator would be just obscene on this board state right now. I guess they would have swords the Keen Eye earlier. Oh my god. Yeah. This can happen. There's nothing here I really would want. I would have wanted another Kenai. That's about it, though. Kudo's like randomly maybe okay. I don't know. I think we lost. We kept on a snuff out hand, and it just didn't have any pressure. And I think because of that, we probably need the. I think because of that, we probably need the fourth Kenai. Is the conclusion I think I'm making here. I probably should have talent gates the Guide of Souls for what it's worth. Save life. Mm, okay. I should have attacked. I messed that up. I don't think it's gonna matter. We're pretty behind already. I don't think Reclaimer's not real. The thing about Reclaimer is it's inherently very defensive, so it's not really a clock. So probably fourth Kenai more than anything else. I mean, I think we would have lost it regardless. Like even if I didn't make mistakes, but even when I flash this out, this is a 3. 3. Just block that, I guess. We're probably on a 0 outer, if I'm being honest. It's disappointing because we won game 1. In this matchup is like kind of hard too. But I think our sideboard definitely feel the it being ill equipped at the moment, right? I wouldn't mind one Dreadnought, but Upa did play one Bowmaster because of this specific matchup. So the idea is just like you ping them when it matters. We're one short, so it doesn't matter. 3-7, yeah. All right, one more. I think we got a good sample size here. It's hard to fault. I don't know. It's very hard, I think, to fault ESG when it literally won game 1 for us. Now, maybe that means we can cut a land. Teague, I have not been happy with in the main deck, and I would rather avoid playing Teague. To be honest, I mean, the Savannah. So that could be a way we get around things. We'll see. I say that now. We pair into somebody who is likely or has a decent chance to be on Did I keep this hand by accident? Yeah, I guess I did. Has a decent chance to be on Reanimator. I mean, not Reanimator. Cloud Post. Maybe this is a mole. I clicked it too quickly for what's worth. Force. Interesting. Like what I would love to happen right now is like they waste us. I think that's like the ideal tomb. All right. Interesting. So that's probably why they forced. They need to protect their torpor or for their stifle knot. Or that, I guess. Hmm. Again with these main deck Clarions. That's very funny. I think we get Bayou. Hierarchs are so good in this matchup. Oh, that's actually works out okay, I think. Hmm. Actually, this is a 2-2 they're gonna attack. Oops. There's no way they're attacking the spirit guy. It's really annoying though. They had that main deck. It's very annoying that this is main deck. Okay. That does things. I think we do that and hope they don't have swords. I think we do that and hope they don't have swords. If they do, they do. They did force for whatever that's worth. Or turn one Thoughtseize. Sure. That exalted mattering here. It's funny. Sure. Is there a use in playing this fetch? Probably not. I guess I can grow Reclaimer. I don't think that matters. We just have to fade STP here. That's not what I want to see. Or how many times can we fade STP? Probably not many. That's not what I want to see. Okay, we lost. Oh my god. So yeah, that's game. That's fine. I feel okay about this matchup for what it's worth. Spirit guy. Is that what we want? Maybe. I forgot already how I boarded. Oh yeah, I think we wanted the Thoughtseize. And then we can cut that. Keep 2 of these for threats. No God of Teague. Last match for the night. I think we learned a lot tonight, though, for what it's worth. I think Legacy is a place where I'm like leery of this card now, as much as it pains me. Well, when I say leery, I mean like I didn't feel like the 4th copy would have mattered. We lost. What did we lose to? We lost to Stoneblade, which we messed up. We should have won this game. We lost to Energy. Not really a Elvish Reclaimer matchup either. Sure. Ooh, the more they mull, the more turn 1 sees is good. The card I would have loved to have, like, but it's like bad now, is Grief. I think we just go like white. Maybe they force that. Stifle. The swords. This might just draw out force here. It would go like Wild Reliquary right now. This might have to draw out force. Yep, there it is. The stifle that we know how to play around. They have an awkward Lorien reveal that's not going to do anything this game, aside from maybe pitch the force. They're like very far away from casting it. Well, I guess what they could do with it is like, actually, yeah, I don't think it's doing anything this game. Wow. Okay. Just run it back. annoying, but that's fine. That's so funny. That is very funny. That is hilarious. Actually, it doesn't matter if I attack, I guess. This is like really hilarious what just happened right now. Take the snuff out, take the green sun, Cradle. Yeah, it's a game. Really hilarious. I mean, we're probably ahead anyways, to be fair. Like, we're ahead on board. They don't have anywhere near the combo. Just made it easy, I guess. Or trivial. Yeah, I think we just treat this as a combo matchup. Just like strip their hand of the relevant cards, just like combo them. Obviously, Clarion's annoying, but we have like four snuff outs and the random talent gates that was like relevant there. This is like really awkward, but I think we keep. Like the six here is like decent, and it plays around their turn one, try to cheese us with stifle lines that we saw already. Like maybe they're playing only one. I don't know, but bend a dreadnought, which means they don't have the combo, or they already have it. Sure. I think it's this into curator. How many Clarions are in this deck? Like, I feel like they always have it. It's got to be at least two, maybe four. Well, they have two main, presumably. Maybe they store the Y here, just in case. I don't know. That tomb looking real sus on their side at the moment. Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense. Four is kind of obnoxious if they have that, but we could actually we could have hard cast the attracts if it weren't for their shenanigans. fine. It grows the other one. Wow. Okay, they're on desperation time now. I'm gonna bash. No doubt about that. They can try to find two swords, but cage. That's not even doing anything this game. What the hell is going on? Why did they do that? How funny. Nice cages. Oh, you drew all the hate, but no pressure. How funny. All right, we went 3-2. Pretty happy. I think that kind of showcased why we play the KAC, the curator, right? It's another way to win through hate. Like they had like a million hate cards, just no pressure on us, and we can like win through hate pretty consistently with this deck. Like I said, should have been a 4-1. We botched this game three for no reason. Like we had the game won. I just like brain farted. Didn't think about it. But better me than somebody else at Eternal Weekend, hopefully. Here we legitimately lost to like literally we had lethal and we just like botched the game three. Here, what's it called? It? The energy matchup is feels like we need another threat. I don't know what that is. I kind of agree with the assessment. Maybe we don't need four reclaimers anymore. Like I said, pains me to say that. This is like a grind engine, but not many decks are trying to grind these days. It's a one drop filler, but maybe it's just like Legacy's too fast for it. Like we don't really want two reclaimers too. That's the other thing. Unlike Why the Reliquary, the big difference is this only plays defense for the most part. Like it can play offense, but it's like not great at it. It's a 3-4. It's okay. This plays offense very well, and that's the big difference, right? Like curator off again, same thing, plays offense really well. This doesn't play offense very. It plays defense very well, but anybody have any questions for me? The Spirit Guides, like I said, hard to hate on it when it won really a game one against Energy, which is a hard matchup otherwise too for us. Um, like throws people off curve, like so to speak. I would have to, it's already late here, but I would have to think about how to rebuild this deck. Anybody have any questions for me? And shout out to Evan for the raid earlier. Bear didn't matter in any of these games. It did. I'm pretty sure I boarded it unless I forgot. Let me see. I'm sure we boarded the bear in for at least one of the Stiflenought matchups, if not both. We just didn't draw it. Like I'm not gonna go for bear when I don't need to. If that makes sense. And we haven't like final thoughts on how the different sideboard felt. Hard to say. We didn't play against any planar Nexus deck, like which is what a lot of the sideboard stuff is for. If I were to guess right now, it kind of feels like we want another card, another threat against. Let's see how did we board here. We went one, two, three, three cards, boarding the snuff outs, and boarded out one curator. Maybe we can board out like a land instead of the curator. I think that's probably fine. They are a wasteland deck for what it's worth. Yeah, maybe we could have another threat. That's about it, I guess. If we're playing two spirit guys, I think our land count might be high, so something to keep in mind. Yeah, that's probably the only. It felt like we wanted another card for like these energy decks. I don't know if that card is like a threat or it should be or a removal spell, but I have to think about that. All right. Anybody have any other questions? Here's my socials again. Oops, for those who are curious. Yeah, it was pretty productive stream for what it's worth. Randall with Vintage Cube. We'll raid them. All right. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Thanks again to Everin. Again, this video will be on YouTube and Twitch